When you decided to marry or partner up with your partner, you didn't probably think of the long term. The long term indicates that most people go through situations, crises, different areas of life that they didn't expect. Especially the longer the relationship is together, the more issues you can count on going through together. In a healthy marriage, those issues are tackled together like a team. And each partner gets stronger in not only their self-confidence, but their confidence as a couple. But every once in a while, no matter who you are, or who you talk to, couples who have been married 50 years or 2 days, they will tell you that they have had circumstances where going to couples therapy really benefited them, really helped them a lot. So what is the goal of couples therapy? Couples therapy is really important in improving communication skills. Basically, the therapist is going to help you understand each other. They're going to help you get more curious, really listen when your partner is saying something and trying to adapt to that perspective, trying to own that perspective, to work as a team instead of an adversary. And it's especially efficient at giving you scripts so the two of you can learn and practice making it a habit to communicate better. Secondly, it creates a safe space. When you can go to an objective person and you can talk about the vulnerabilities of your relationship and trust that that space is going to be sacred, it's going to be confidential, it makes you feel better. It's a big relief. You can go and talk to this person. It's no longer something you need to hide or keep a secret. It's confidential, and therefore it allows you each to be honest with your partner, knowing that it's not going to go any further than the three of you, and that you're all three going to work together in a concerted effort to tackle whatever struggle is going on in your relationship. Thirdly, it helps you build understanding and empathy in your relationship. A lot of times we get stressed and we don't really think about how the other person feels. We say something, we're terse, we're harsh, and we just kind of think life goes on. But those harsh and terse comments to your partner can actually stab them, it can wound them, and they don't get over that. When you go to therapy, you start understanding that, you start peeling away at some of that resentment, and it deepens the emotional connection, which overall is going to deepen the intimacy in the bedroom as well. It helps resolve conflicts. A lot of times, I know there's a solution for every problem, but sometimes when couples are trying to think of it so hard and they've been at this for years and years, the same problem, it's nice to get a third person in that helps you question, what are we doing? Why are we even trying to change this? The real problem is this. And I've had that happen a lot with clients, and I think it's invaluable that you can go and talk to someone to help you through this. It helps you work through little life challenges. A lot of us have individual challenges that we just can't get over. For example, a client who all of a sudden lost all their hair, whether it's alopecia or just maturity baldness, things like that can make a partner feel really insecure about themselves. That might seem like a minor thing, but if it goes on to other areas, you start devaluing yourself, you don't take care of yourself, then it becomes a bigger thing. And having a therapist help your partner understand exactly what you're feeling and help you talk about it and resolve it in a way that's actually going to leave you feeling both closer and more confident in your beauty to each other, that is a huge deal. And it's going to clear up a lot of other things that could have easily fallen in to a destructive pattern going through that. It helps you problem solve. The therapist is a sounding board. You can say what's on your mind and you're not worried that you're going to offend them or make them feel bad, because they're there to help you. They're there to know your candid truth. So who does therapy actually work for? Well, it works for anybody, any couple going through any mental or physical changes. It works great with people that are struggling with different money views. They're concerned about the way their partner's handling money or their vision for money. A therapist can really help you communicate about that better and help guide you through a much more stable plan where you're going to come out feeling more in control and better about your budget. Therapy is good if you want to start a family, or if you have problems with the children that's affecting your relationship. It's good when there is infidelity or something you're concerned about with a boundary being perpetrated. Any kind of boundary issues, character flaws, suspiciousness, I think therapy is very helpful. And it's helpful for strengthening your bond. Maybe you're just feeling disconnected. Maybe you're feeling, not that your partner doesn't look at you. They take you for granted. You're lonely in your relationship. These kind of issues are great for therapy. What does therapy, couples therapy, not work for? I think what it doesn't work for is as important to know as what it does work for. Well, it doesn't work for couples who are struggling with abuse. If you're struggling with abuse, you need an independent therapist, and you need to leave the relationship, because you cannot love an abuser through their abuse. Basically, when you're with an abuser, they are psychologically ill, and they need to get into a program, they need to commit to the program, and they need individual therapy for a long time, way before they can even think about re-entering the relationship. Going to individual therapy is going to keep you stronger in your resolve, and the abuser can also benefit from individual therapy. It doesn't work for addictions. When you are married with someone who has an addiction, couples therapy is not going to work well. And the reason is because addicts lie, they manipulate, they'll do anything to get their vice. What works best is if you go to an individual therapist and the addictions person goes to rehab for the addiction. You cannot just expect a couples therapist to help someone give up their vice, their addiction. Most addicts love their addiction more than they love anybody else in their life. And it's important you understand that and you hear that too. Couples therapy also doesn't work for all affairs. It can work for some of them. If the person is willing to give up the mistress or the mister, if they're willing to really be remorseful, to repent, to do whatever they need to do, and I mean that, sharing passwords, getting rid of phones, getting rid of messaging, getting rid of any social media platform where they're not together with their partner. If they're willing to do all those things, then couples therapy can work, but only if they are willing to do that, and then they are willing to go through the follow-up to make and create better boundaries so the relationship will not fall back into a possible affair. And don't forget, whether it's an emotional affair, a cyber affair, or a physical affair, all affairs are based on lies. And that means there is a character flaw. Individual therapy is going to be important for that person as well. I hope this video helped you, and if it did, I ask you to please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you. You have my heart.